the African culture man who says, I am the man. When I reach at home, first remove my shoes. Then let me sit down, bring juice because I am coming home. And then you're copying all that. You're reaching out to someone's daughter whose father was the one they used to play with. They're washing dishes together, singing, and then you're marrying that girl who understands that a man can do anything.
Just what if on this day we have guests and I'm washing the utensils. I'm in the sink washing utensils. You get that's how information leaks. You get
Information leaks.
That's how
that you're doing all these.
That's why you say, oh, you guys went to John's place, and the man was busy in the sink. Joan was on Telemundo. Hey, beautiful people. Welcome. It's good to be back. My name is Raymond, here again with Kampala Conversations. To all those that enjoyed our previous episodes, thank you very much. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for continuously sharing the videos to your loved ones, and it can only get better. As we're coming to the end of the year, it's a year of love. It's a month of love. And today on the podcast, I sit with a very interesting friend of mine, a life coach, relationship expert, a wife, a Christian, and a mother. Today we sit to have an understanding of emotional maturity, how we can build sustainable relationships. And till you watch this is when you'll have a better understanding of how your relationship is working, what and what not should be abandoned. Welcome to the podcast, Joan.
Humbled to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm glad. This is beautiful. And you're doing great. Kampala Conversations.
Yeah.
You see, no. I've seen on the podcast, but Kampala Conversations, I have to go back to Lugambora, Kampala or something, is it?
No. That's Conversations. Conversations we have as people in Kampala.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. That is okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if I introduced you right as a life coach.
You did.
So before I came here, I was speaking to a friend of mine and I told them I'm going to host a life coach. And they told me to make them understand who a life coach is. And their understanding was this. We have all been on this earth for the first time.
Yeah.
So for you, how are you coaching? Yet we are all experiencing this for the first time. So
that's amazing.
First, help me understand. Who is a life coach?
That's so amazing. I think it's a person who puts effort to learn more about life and what other people who have lived in this life. Because literally, you're not the first person to live. We have our great parents. And so we are putting effort to learn actually the patterns. We are not there, but we are learning the patterns. If these people, our ancestors, were fighting with this same thing and it's generational running, how best can we work on it? It's not that we're giving you the things that are ahead. The world is round, and so we are moving around it. It doesn't have an end. So maybe somehow we are repeating the patterns that our great parents have gone through. So it's us who are trying to go back and see the patterns and tell the future that, you know what, if you continue doing this, it's going to happen like this, and it just happens. So literally, every person can be a life coach. Yes, but then how are you going to be a life coach? What effort are you putting to learn more about life?
So is it something you go to school to learn?
Yeah, I'm a certified life coach, relationship specifically.
That's interesting.
Certified.
It's interesting. So you have the best advice for
assured.
Oh, see, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I believe now she will understand who a life coach is.
Yeah. So specifically, I go to relationships. There's someone who does childhood traumas. There's another person who is doing any other thing, but still about love. Yeah. So me specifically, I go for relationships. And which takes in marriage and all those anything really.
That's quite interesting. welcome again to the podcast.
Thank you. Hi, Kampala Conversation people.
Hey, people watching, people who
Yeah.
love us to see us grow. So, on the podcast is comprised of 3 segments, where the first segment is mainly to create rapport with my guests, being that chances are high, I may be speaking to my guests for the first time.
Yeah.
So that segment is called Good or Bad Idea.
Oh.
So I talked to you about this before. This segment, I present to you 5 scenarios of society for which you're going to choose whether it's a good idea or bad idea.
Okay.
No room for explanation.
Oh.
Yeah, will allow us to judge you. You ready for this?
I'm good.
All right. So the first one, following traditional singers' advice to suppress your anger just to keep a marriage standing. Is it a good or bad idea?
That's a bad idea.
Number 2, tracking your partner's movements because you have trust issues from past trauma.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Okay. 3, staying in a toxic, loveless marriage only because of the children. Is it a good or bad idea?
Bad idea. I want something good. I love positive things. Please.
You're coming. Using social media to name and shame a cheater as a way of venting your pain. Is it a good or bad idea?
Bad idea.
Today we seem to have only bad ideas. And lastly, demanding your partner cut off a long-term friend of the opposite sex to make you feel secure. Is it?
Because I don't have to explain.
You don't have to explain. To make you feel secure. Is it a good or bad idea?
Yeah, I needed to explain.
No,
but repeat that again.
Demanding your partner to cut off a long-term friend of the opposite sex to make you feel secure. You want to explain that?
Yeah, I would want to explain. When you just use the word demanding, it becomes a bad idea. But
what should it have been?
It should be, if this person, depends on the relationship they have, really. You are supposed to let them know you're uncomfortable. As a person who wants them to cut off the friend, you let them know you're uncomfortable because you don't know their relationship. It seems when you get to know it's uncomfortable, you see how they are relating. Like it's too much for you. So if you want them to cut it off, you realize it's too much. So you're asking them, you would tell them, I feel so uncomfortable that you still have this friend. If that person considers you, they will get away, not even cutting them, but get away to regulate their friendship. That's what I believe in.
So it can be a good idea?
It can be a good idea, but if you demand, it's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. All right. And some of these we are going to still talk about them as we go on with the conversation.
Yeah, sure.
But now to start with, what is your understanding of love?
My understanding of love, it's a beautiful thing. Love. The feeling that you are loved and you love is the most beautiful thing ever that will ever happen to your life. And to me, love is consideration. Love is, if we keep saying a beautiful thing, I lose it. But then it's love being a feeling that someone needs to have it in their lives, and it's different. Love is so broad. How I understand love is different from how you understand it, is different from how your producer understands it, but it's all love. How you love your parents is different from how you love your girlfriend. You get, but it's all love. So love in all forms is beautiful to me. So it's consideration that you love your parents so much and what's around them, and then you love this person much, and then what's around them.
So now, just for your information, this being December, and we talked about this before the show, very many people are getting married. Very many young people are getting married.
Yeah.
I've not attended any party yet, but I'm seeing people stories. Very many are getting married, but still very many young people are getting divorced. Along the way, maybe things fail and they don't make it up there. So that is basically where I want to have our conversation. And to start with, what should I consider while I'm choosing a partner?
Most of the people, we are relating on impulses. Oh, it's December. At home, I haven't taken any girl. Oh, this girl, anytime she's going to be taken. She's beautiful. Every time I'm walking around town, people are looking at her. She's going to be taken. Impulses. Or she's available. But most of the men, someone who is available. Oh, I don't have money and she's willing to stay with me. Men who have given in, who are saying, oh, I didn't have anything. She was paying my rent. And so she was the next person to go with. So we are relating on impulses. Or, man, I can't be there alone. I'm handsome. Girls are hitting on me. Let me just grab one. So the impulses are just doing the relationships, and then also the chemistry. Oh, we have vibe together. Every time I'm with her, like adrenaline, she's making me think so hard. She's making me work on my, get on my best self. At work, I'm so excited. I no longer get bored at work because anytime I can check on her, she's asking me how my work is. Or she's checking on me. She's dropping in a break, something. Oh, she thought about me. Just like that.
But is that care in its initial stages?
That's care. But now, if you're making your decision just on that, anybody can do that. You can hire someone and they keep dropping in a breakfast at any time. You can hire someone to do that. You can have the best chef. You can have someone to wash for you your clothes at your home. But because she has come in, oh, she can wash, oh, she can cook, oh, she's the best thing I've ever had in my life. Because literally you've been dying washing those clothes every weekend. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that the under carpet of my bed was this dirty until my girlfriend started stripping it. Like, yo, she's the best thing that has ever happened. I see how you're smiling. So yeah, because yeah. So many are relating on that. And I had a conversation. Oh, I also have a podcast that Joe and Shehembo.
Tell them.
Yeah, that I talk about real life. If you don't love real life, please, like real things, real talking about relationships, finding clarity, that YouTube channel is going to be boring for you because we tackle everything real. Get that. You can check on me and you like it. So if you love real life, real things, relationships, you're going to like it that way. So I had a conversation with Pastor Ugembe. That was a great chance that I got. And he told me most of the people who are relating, we are thinking marriage is like 30 minutes away. Like how you just called me, I was a City Square and then boom, dropped here. So we thinking marriage is that short journey. Just, hey, come through, get here, you're done. But it's a lifetime journey that you need to prepare. If they told you you're going to Kabale is my hometown, it's very far. It's very far. If you tell me I'm going to Kabale, I'm not just going to pack a simple handbag. I'm going to go for a backpack. Put clothes, put this, put something, pack myself. So in marriage or in relating, you're not going there to have it for 30 minutes. Unless you're really just going to have it for 30 minutes, then you need to know, I'm not going to get, when my 30 minutes erupt, I'm not going to get disappointed. I am going to go for 30 minutes, and when they're done, it's okay. So now if you're going for a lifetime thing, how prepared are you?
That's exactly what I want us to.
I am going to reach Masaka. If I boarded a bus, the bus is going to stop. Meanwhile, somehow, the tire can break. can burst. We are going to have there how many minutes? We thought it's going to be like 30 minutes. It's an hour we are seated, waiting for another bus that is from Kampala. It also can have another problem on the way. So having all those before you relate, knowing that I'm going in this for a lifetime. What if we have a tire burst in between and it's late? What are we going to do? Just relating real life to our own selves when we are relating. You understand, okay, I'm going to be patient and wait for the tire to come in. What will I be doing in the time of waiting? Am I going to just lash out? Am I going to just get into the car, not call anyone unless someone sees me and ask for help and ask me why you parked here? Then that's when I will do. Or you will park, put the double indicators, start waving for anyone to help you.
And now that's where my other concern is. You know, I come from a school of thought that believes there's a very thin line between patience and wasting time.
Very
You realize,
yeah, true.
There's a very thin line between the two. And this current generation has the list of patience. Most of the young people currently are not willing to be patient. So how long am I supposed to stretch patience? You now know that, okay, this is no longer patience. Now I'm wasting time. This is not going to work.
It goes back to you as a person. Or maybe that's where we come in with intelligence, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, that you are aware of yourself. And to me, my explanation, because this is a question I've been asked so many times, how can I know that I'm wasting time? But it is starting from your emotional maturity. Emotional maturity for me is self-awareness. It's simply self-awareness. What you want, who you are, and the respect that you give other people. So those three things, they will help you how to communicate, how to understand yourself, and how best you can keep that as a respect. If I came to someone and women nowadays, they go for men. If I went to find
That's not my first stage. In the first stage.
what a stop.
Hey, first women go for men though.
Sweetheart,
Why they?
you shoot your shot.
Why?
Or you shoot.
No, why they the sense?
We are killing the vibe. But now, let me tell you, we are mistaking independence with I can do whatever I want. You're Miss Independent. You can look at a guy, you interested in them, and then you have given the courage. Why not tell him that I'm interested in you? What is the problem? That is how the world is saying. But initially, you would wait for the guy to come through. But the women would give you signals of, you know what, we
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Like they're giving you signals. And by the way, men, let me tell you, women are the ones who date you. In the first, even if she doesn't come to you, she's giving you signals and then you will be okay with them.
Let me use this opportunity to tell you that however big a rat grows, it will still be for the cat.
No.
What?
Let me tell you this to a guy. If you have ever called your girlfriend to your space and you're going to have, maybe you're calling her, you have your own plans, maybe you want to have her for the first time, and you find her with a black bra with, like a matching bra and a knicker, she was prepared for you.
Yeah.
She was prepared. So who asked? She came well aware of what she's going to do.
Yeah, but
when she doesn't want, she'll still come.
But by the time I call you to my place, I'm not going to see you. You definitely know what is going to happen.
No, but then I'm giving you the signals that a woman is literally the first one to do that. She's going to be the first one to do that. Even when you're relating, to approach a girl, you're seeing how she's giving you those, like, go ahead, please. Like, it's okay. So the women have that power. So some are really using it to start off. She's also seeing you that you're interested. She's seeing you that you're interested.
No,
And she's like,
if I'm not interested. And I'm also in my things. Now for you, like how I find you interested. I find you and like, oh, I like that one. No, you're not on your plan. Exactly, yeah. So now when I'm not interested, I'm on my things, then you like me, and then you start. Those women be there.
Yeah. Sure. Women these days. Aren't we on Kampala Conversations? Let me tell you.
I want to have one on the podcast.
This is how the one who does that.
Hey, and they tell me the experience, how it feels like to approach a man, because
There are even some who have won, they have wedded, and life is beautiful.
I have known that from Western culture, not here.
Hey.
So now, over time, I was speaking to a friend of mine, who, unfortunately or fortunately, I've not yet married, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Working on it means dating.
Yeah.
You're dating.
Yeah, definitely dating.
Okay.
So I was speaking to this friend of mine who happens to have gotten married already. So this gentleman made the wife get used to returning back home at 7:37. So on this fateful day, this guy says the car broke down, and it took some time, even traffic, those things. So I think back home, the woman got annoyed because I think the man didn't communicate in time.
Thank you. Said communication.
I said that didn't communicate in time. So when the gentleman reached home, the lady was already annoyed. So she tried to blame him and said a lot of words. And now, what the man did, he entered the house, went into the bedroom, packed a few things, and went back. Now, when I was asking him, why did you do that? He said, you see, Raymond, sometimes the only solution is to walk away. Because if I stayed, I would regret. Because I've had a long day, the car broke down, and then reaching home to such blames. So why do women first get annoyed very quickly in those things? You don't want me to tell you what has happened. You have already chopped wires, and you're not willing to listen. And it's a one-time thing, by the way. Just that maybe you had said joining your dots, and you think connect.
Thank you.
And I'm supposed to tell you the truth now, because you cannot join your dots alone. You have to stick my side of the story.
Yeah, but let me tell you, so many people just overreact. It looks like overreacting, but they have been piling a lot of things. They've been maybe adding up on those points, on those, you come at 7, but then there is something that doesn't add up. And then on that fateful day, you don't communicate. And communication is not supposed to be a burden to you. It's something that's supposed to come freely. You would not want someone to think about you that you're cheating when you're not. How about you tell them exactly what is happening? You know you're going home. You know the time that you have got them. Use it too. And it's not actually supposed to even being like, let me get my wife use it to 2, to what? Like to 8 p.m. Because when I get her used to this, she's going to, one day when it happens, it's going to be this smart. So, which goes back to us, knowing that I can actually tell my wife, the car has broke down, I'm coming in late today, or I need help. But then it's the time you didn't pick up your phone call. Probably you were waiting on the mechanic guy to come, and she's wondering. It's like 3 seconds, even a voice note of, hi babe, my car has broke down, I'm going to be late in, or my phone is blacking out too, you're good. And those add-ups don't come in when you have been doing it diligently. You get?
I understand.
So those things are coming in because there are other things that are being added on, and you're not even communicating about it. The reason why sometimes someone can react in this way, that if I stayed there, as going to do something that I'm going to regret, is because everything is running in their mind, but they are unable to speak out. If your woman is shouting or she's making wrong talks about you, how about you? And maybe you hold her hand and say, please, let me talk to you. Let me listen. Calm down. Let me talk to you. But everyone is,
The
I
ego
would
is
say
very
the ego is very high. I know I can step out and come back when I cool down. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to come to such nonsense. My day has been hard. Her day was hard too. Woman, your day was hard, but his day was hard too. So it's like relationships are both of you pouring in. I always just call it like a basket where everyone is pouring in. I pour in maybe 30% today and then you pour in 70%. Well, at another day you can pour in 100 and the other one isn't pouring in, but at least there's something that you poured in yesterday. You get what I mean? So it's not going to be hard for people who are communicating, who know that if, because when you talk to me, I'm going to see the patterns. And that is what men have not understood about women. She loves consistency more than the word, the actions more than the words that you speak, because you can use those words on any person. When you speak to her, she's waiting on your action. When the action is not matching, she's giving a probation of, let me see. Okay. He said it 3 days ago, and this is a week, but he hasn't done anything. And so she's counting in, okay, you add another word. You have not cleared the other one. And that should not be pressure on a man who has understood himself, who is going to say, I want this. And that makes even dating much easy. If you have your values, I would love a Christian woman, one who is going, if I had a bad day, he's just going to, if I called them and told them, the next thing is, oh, can we pray about it? Like that is what you want. Then there is another one who would love a solution, who says, I call her that my car has broke down, the mechanic is here, the what is here. And that is most of the things that attract women to men. Every time I call him, he's bringing in a solution that's my guy. And every day I call you, the day I call you and there is no solution, that's when I question.
So you said it always happens after a couple of things
piled up, yeah.
And then that is why I don't agree with it piled. I don't believe in having a lot of things piled up, because now that means you have a lot of anger piled up. So when you explode, it may be
too much.
Maybe too much.
And you're exploding on something that is so small.
Yeah.
Like how someone has literally just come late and you're exploding.
Don't you think it is just okay to talk about something as and when it happens?
It is very okay, but these things are small. For you, you can overlook them.
Because where I come from, my parents told me the bedroom is not only for sleeping, it's for making matters align.
That's true.
Yeah. Where you sit back, get your pillow and just talk things. Hey babe, this happened. Can I have an explanation? You explain. Hey babe, this happened. Can I have an explanation? The day has been this and this. You break down the day for each other. And that is to make sure you don't accumulate a lot of anger to yourself. Because like that gentleman was for some reason was intelligent, because I think she has been
They must have been having those conversations that are not
but
yeah.
But now that issue of piling up, even when there are small things, because remember, in relationships, it is the small things that matter.
Those small things, and they're the ones that keep adding up, and then the time of exploding, you're exploding on something small. My friend one time just said, I threw a spoon down when I was eating, and my wife lashed at me like as if I broke a plate, just a spoon. And she met I was like, wait a minute. That's when I understood that we literally needed to talk. And then when we talked, she was on different things. And the man was like, wait.
No longer the same roles.
You two are in the same house, but hey, you no longer give me time. You're always on your phone. Hey, because he was eating while he was on phone.
Yeah.
But even how we communicate mostly is what kills. If you really want this person to leave their phone, don't say you're always on your phone. You can say, hey, I would love to have some time with you that is undivided. That person is going to understand, oh, just need to put my phone down. But there are some people who say during the day, I don't hold my phone. This is the only time that I have for me. I need to also live in this relationship. I don't need to die.
I also have a friend of mine who tells me when I go home, I don't pick calls. That time is for my wife, kids. Completely, I don't pick calls because that's the only time I have with the family. So telling me these things, if I happen to reach home like this, it's my wife and the kids.
Amazing. That's a good person. Copy that. Copy that when you're dating. But some people just feel it's too much, but literally it's not. There is nobody who knows what is happening in your home unless there is a matter that you've not worked on, that it comes back to the public. Nobody knows that you're washing those dishes unless. Let me tell you one thing. If you ever hear a man who they say the wife mufuga, like the wife is doing,
The wife is like
in the home, you know that man is the happiest man ever. Yes.
But now also, there's also the problem with submitting to that. Sometimes it just goes beyond.
You're fearing what you have not seen.
It just goes.
No, we fear what we don't know. Why are we? Who writes your story? Who writes your love story?
I'm the one who writes it.
Thank you. So why are you allowing me? Who says me as a man? The African culture man who says, I am the man. When I reach at home, first remove my shoes. Then let me sit down, bring juice because I am coming home. And then you're copying all that. You're reaching out to someone's daughter whose father was the one they used to play with. They're washing dishes together, singing, and then you're marrying that girl who understands that a man can do anything in a home. Nobody knows outside that these things are being done by you. A man can bathe a child. Then for you, you're like, hey, not me.
Yeah. But now, this is how I'm not understanding. Not to make me understand. You see, there's something called fragile masculinity, where your balls of being a man are threatened. You get the control is threatened, and that is what men always. You see, men always want to have control. You get. Even you realize, even while we are talking as men, there are men who always want to take the lead of the group. So when such things happen, whereas you are from a home where a man it's fine for a man to do the dishes, do some maybe mopping, but now that threatens my control of the home. Just what if on this day we have guests and I'm washing the utensils. I'm in the sink washing utensils. You get that's how information leaks. You get
information leaks.
That's how information is leaking.
Yeah, that you're doing all these days.
That's why you say, oh, you guys we went to John's place. And the man was busy in the sink. Joan was on Telemundo. That's how information leaks. And now that threatens my control as a man. That's when I go back. I will not know that they have said it out. Now when we go back to hang out as boys, say, but bro, but Raymond, also,
like bro, you're not
how can you do the dishes? You get, even when I'm winning. For example, personally, I love cooking. I very much love cooking. So which means, chances are high, you will visit my place and you'll find me cooking. Because I love it and I'm very comfortable with it. I can do it 12 months a year. But now, someone out there will not know that me, I love cooking. So when they come to my place, and they find me cooking, they'll be like, that Raymond is the cook at home.
No.
And that's how information leaks. And now
Okay.
that's another third party in the relationship. And now see.
And you people, I wish we could leave alone what will people say, think.
But we can't, because that's the life we live in.
But then you're killing yourself. Your wife would want to know if you did those things. If the time you were dating, you were literally cooking for her sometimes.
Yeah.
And why is it that when people are there, how are they going to see you? That means you have some script that you're going on. A man does not do this. A man does this. A man sits and a woman does do all the work. You are having someone's script who wrote that script?
No one wrote that.
Who wrote that?
No one wrote that script.
Because you have your own script. If you were so happy in your relationship, you're having the best relationship, the best family, and someone said, that guy, he cooks for the wife.
For the wife.
Chikujjako chigwe nga gwe, why would you do that?
No, I lose nothing. But what I said, it threatens my masculinity.
And anything that will threaten your masculinity.
And every man out there fights for their control. You have to feel the man. I'm like, regardless of whether I'm doing what, I still have to feel like, okay, these people still feel I'm the man. Whereas I may be doing all that, but as long as I feel the slightest threat in my control, I'm like, kano kamanyiro. And if I do this, that's why some people say, me, I don't allow a woman to buy anything in a home. If I find hunger, she has bought forks. I ask her, how much were they?
You pay them.
I get your money. So these are all, you get.
Those things.
Because men don't want to threaten. It's like women. You see, women have very dear love for their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that tampers with their emotions breaks them so badly. You get? So they will do all they can to protect their emotions. That's why women easily cry, even over small things, because that's how they can relieve the pain of hurting them. And likewise to men, it's only control. If they ever think they are not in control, they will leave.
Let me change your mind. When every man speaks about control, this is just what comes into my mind. Like the man is a head and the woman is a neck. What does the neck do to the head?
It supports the head.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where the neck goes is where the head goes. So he's stronger. I'm not asking for it. Like, that is a rhetorical question. Not asking for an answer. So the neck will support the head. Where the head isn't, the neck isn't. Where the neck isn't, the head isn't. So if you are to work together, have an agreement, you will have both of you aligned. That, do you want to face this side? Yes, you face this side. Do you want, the day one wants to face this other side and the other one the other side, that's where you have a crack. You get a hospital. Now, you wanting to get in control, have that control. It will need you to use wisdom. There are some people who use control in the best way. As a man, maybe that is what you're supposed to think about. How are you using your control? Is it the sit down there, don't get out, step here? Or is it the, hey babe, I really don't like, or I don't like it when you get home late. As a woman, or me getting home, it's boring not to find you home. You give the reason why you would not want to see me late, or why you don't appreciate it when I just go out with the girls and I'm sleeping over there like as if I am still single. What do you feel when I am not there? Or what runs into your mind when I am not there? Why is it that you want me at home all the time? Or what is it that you are carrying that you want to pay everything that I have maybe bought Are you carrying your back where you were raised, that whenever your dad, your mom paid something, you would hear your dad hear, hi, mama wamwe aguze something, she's going to be singing it for the rest of the 3 months. So the best way is to give her that money, and I don't hear it again. Are you carrying all these things into this relationship? Could you first understand that maybe this person you married is different? And that takes you to understanding yourself and understanding all that the baggage that you're carrying. In your first relationship, was your girlfriend like that? Why are you thinking that this person is like this?
You see, our women are so complicated.
They are not
Our women, when you start allowing such things to happen, let her contribute. Maybe you buy the screen, she buys the sound system. Our women and women of these days, a simple argument like this,
she's gone.
She will tell you, I'm the one who bought the sound system.
Everything.
You get? And now you're like, okay, you thought I wouldn't buy. You get? So, and you see, that argument, those two arguments are different. An argument where you have nothing to, apart from pouring yourself out. And then the other will be, I'm the one who bought that sound system. Now for a man, it will break him. When he goes back alone, he will be like, so this woman thinks I wouldn't buy that. And he may not say it out, because now it also now goes back to how society has stated it, that men don't cry, men don't break down, something that is not true, and something we surely have to talk about. Now he will go back, break down within himself, like, okay, so this woman thought I can't buy this because I gave him the freedom. I gave her the freedom to contribute, to pour in also. But now when she pours in, she will always remind me that she poured in. And I don't like that. Women should stop those things. We don't like them as men. We don't like them. And now that takes me to the other thing we spoke about. We're speaking about emotional maturity. Can you strike a difference between men's emotional maturity and women's emotional maturity?
So emotional maturity for women, they're like how it is for women to emotional and men are logical.
Yeah.
But we attempt to think that way, that we are emotionally connected and we cannot be logically connected. But both of us have the percentages. Logically, you can think logically as a woman, and emotionally. And maybe the percentages differ. And men are raised to be providers, strong. A man does not cry. A strong man does not do this. And you're raised to be that man they talk about. Which man you've never seen, who was strong, who never breaks. Because if you sit down and break, you are not that strong. But then you have to show it on the face. But what we are working on is the inside part. Are you okay to say, you know what, I'm going through this and it's really hard for me. And that is where men are failing. So a person who is emotionally mature is able to respect themselves, to be vulnerable enough to get real connections from the other person. But you appear here strong, but inside you're breaking. We are spirits. We are human. We are spirits in a human body. I can read you, especially now, if like when you're relating with someone, that's why you find sometimes you are maybe speaking at the same time on the same thing. And you're like, oh, we chemistry together. No, you are connected. You can see when this person is sad and you choose to ignore or choose to want to talk about it and get to know exactly what they're feeling. So as men are just, you have to be logically connected. What is logic? Logic is think straight. Things going bad, what is it? If they are going bad, they will definitely be bad. What are the results? They're definitely going to be bad. A woman, no. I need to think through. I need to
feel. This is how I feel.
This is how I feel about it. And that actually should be the thing. But sometimes when you feel, maybe you even asked a woman who has emotions, he's definitely going to tell you on the emotional part.
And for the women, it is the emotions that come first. This is how I feel. For you, you're not considering how I feel. But then for a man, like, okay, that doesn't make sense. This is what makes sense.
Where we go wrong is, if I feel, what do you feel? We don't want to know what you other person feels. You get what I mean? And that is why we don't strike the balance. That's why I ask women, if you feel, think logically a little. What does the other person feel?
Because the man may not tell you what they feel. It may be very hard for a man to tell you, this is how I feel. Because like I told you, it still threatens how you be looking at them. Like,
who wrote that thing?
Because that is how society. Okay, we are fighting that status quo, but that's how society has brought it. A man is not supposed to cry. A man is not supposed to break down. So even when I'm breaking down, I'll tell you, I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'll figure
even
it
when
out.
I'm at the lowest of my points,
I'll figure it out.
I'm figuring, because society has taught men to figure it out in silence. Even when everything is going wrong, they still have the ability to say, I'm going to figure it out, something small. Not until they go back to their boys and you're like, bro,
I'm dying.
It's tight. It's tight at home. Yes, it's tight at home.
And then that's where we find we are reaching at a point where we can't. My mom said, there is nothing that you can't forgive. Yeah? There's nothing that you can't forgive. But now, when you are to the time to talk, to reach to the time of forgiving, you find there is nothing to hold back again. Like it's good separate. And that is what is happening in relationships. We keep quiet about them. You're telling the outside people, and you're coming here showing me the person you're supposed to be vulnerable to, the person you think is going to hold your back, is the person you're hiding everything. And then it happens that you're coming back to that person to mend which that is broken, and you have never talked about it. Yeah. And then now, the fact that now the society is, you know what, instead of staying in that relationship that you're dying, mental health first. Your mental health first. And if you say my mental health is being threatened in this relationship, even the lawyer himself or herself is looking at, no, you don't have to lose yourself in a relationship. You can find someone better. We are living in a world where we are scrolling. Like, it's like an example of TikTok. That is how we are calling relationships. Of scroll. When you meet something that you like and stay on for it for like a few minutes, they're going to give you the relatable things. The next thing you're scrolling, you're seeing the relatable things. So now this is how we're carrying relationships. When you scroll and reach on someone who has like 4 to 5 of the values that you have in a relationship, in your head, you know there is something somehow that is a better. Then you scroll down. Yeah, now this one has 3. Let me go down. You look for it, you can't find it. Probably you go to get there and the person who has already taken. You start afresh. So we are dating with the mindset of there's something better. The reason actually in those the people who were choosing for the arranged marriages, like yes, they were somehow selfish because they would see, this family has maybe money or like how do they call it, keeping their prestige high. They know when you marry from this to this one, your children are going to behave in this pattern because this is what you're picking. Like those things were really, like they were good. Only that now we are able to choose for ourselves. And I keep saying, if you are able to choose for yourself, why would you choose wrong? That means you're supposed to have understood yourself and what you want. You're not getting into this relationship for a few minutes and then you realize on the way that you literally can't be with this person.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the way it happens. Sometimes
it does happen.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's the correct choice, only to realize along the way that,
Once we started on impulses, if you could sit on the first date and you ask your partner, one, you ask them, what is your, like, how would you want your family to be? What do you visualize your marriage to be? One that we will travel, we go different places, we have fun, and then we shall give birth like in the second year, and you as a person, you're looking at settling in, having a family, and then have someone who's going to add value to me. But literally that person is, I love traveling, and so we shall first travel like in our first year, and then you ask them, how much do you have, yourself, how much do you have that you say you might quickly now have just a vacation in Kenya or Nairobi? How much do you have? Oh, no, I don't have something now, but I hope when I get my... Thank you. Now you know this person is going to be draining you. Just when you get married, those are things that you're getting into relationships are not seeing. And when you get in, the woman is saying, now you people, the person I married, do you know we have never even crossed the border? How many borders do you cross when you are alone? Because when you want the self, do you know, when you are aware of yourself and then you've given yourself some love, you will appreciate when someone says, let's go to Cafe Java's. When they pay that 100 check, you will know because you have paid it somehow. It's not you sitting, I have to order for the best, most expensive because it's my first date. Stupid. No. That means you as a girl, you don't know yet. When I was dating, I would never order for food that I don't have money for in my bag.
Even when you're sure he's going to pay?
Yes, I am 100% sure that he's going to pay. But I would order something that I have money for in my bag. Why? In case he does like this and he doesn't have, or he says on mobile money, I have 20. I am relating with this person to stay with them for the rest of my life. What if he does like this and we forgot what I have ordered? Can I pay for it and we start looking for another plate?
That's interesting.
No, when we talk about it like this, you don't know how to chop people's money.
Yeah, but that takes serious maturity. That takes serious maturity.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. So we don't want to do that. When you're draining the person, let's even talk about like parties and what. You're draining the person who you want to spend the rest of your life with. The man has told you, babe, I have 8 million. I don't want to go in debt for this. Marriage is like, it's an investment that you never get the gains out unless this person does help you gain. And so we are looking at you have studied, you have done all these things. And so they have to start from 20 million. And you're agreeing with your parents with 20 million, with a guy you're going to stay with for the rest of your life. When you reach there, why doesn't that guy, when he's seated looking for money, he looks at how much he had on account, as like all is gone. As like, and then you're coming home and you're asking me where I have been. I have been working. I paid you all this money. I would be coming in the evening and sitting home because I have like 20 ma on my account.
Lord.
Well, knowing that if I start today, we can have a whole month being able to eat, to have something to survive. You get. So sometimes when a man is angry, I get to like understand the fact that I'm already in this space of, you know what, as a woman, you can't be draining the person you want to be with. Hey, senga, mukubire omusabe sente azina. That is the wrongest person you want to marry.
But I've also been in a space. I've told you, I've been around people who are almost married. Most of my boys are married and I've not been there yet. But so I have had a lot of opportunities to listen to married people problems. So
I hope they're not scaring you. Go and make your own noise.
Sometimes I get scared, but I won't lose it. So I was sharing with this boy of mine and told you, is it a woman? Sometimes a woman will look for anything to find something you speak about. Anything at home. They will trigger you until you say something like, and you really look at them like, this one wants me to say something. You get, women can have drama at home.
And then you're like, let me give it to you the way you want to.
In full share.
That is wrong.
And I want to use the words of someone. Men out there, if a woman dares you on anything, please serve them. Serve them properly. Serve them to the extent that they won't come back. They won't like it and they won't come back.
Really?
Because sometimes women can really do something so that you see, like now you said the man dropped a spoon and then the woman opened up. Imagine dropping a spoon, not breaking anything. You're like, this woman.
That she's crying. You don't give us time. You see how you're eating. Even the fork has to fall down to a point where the fork has fallen down.
Let me show you. So that's now what drives me to the spiritual part of now the relationship. I want to help me understand, and maybe the viewers out there, how is your spiritual health very vital for the sustainability of your marriage and relationship? How does your spiritual being play the role in making it sustainable?
One thing to make straight, we are confusing religion with faith. We are equally yoked.
Okay.
With in a understanding of God. I am a Christian who prays from All Saints Church Cathedral.
Hey.
You are a Christian who prays from St. Stephen Church, Chitara. And my way of respecting a reverend is at All Saints, we are doing a boom. Or the reverend. Yo. And then the other side, good morning, Reverend. Good morning, Reverend. Like, they can greet.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You meet a reverend, it's like, we have initials, we have what? It's my understanding of a reverend. And then there is one, okay, I did like a clear...
First way, again. First way.
Yeah.
That's how you cook me. I'm a Catholic. And like you said, we are the people who
father, you meet a father, you don't like, there is that holy space that they are stepping in. When you're getting to them, like you have to really dress up well. You cannot pass by a reverend wearing things like that. And so we are both Christians who know God, right? And then there is that Pentecost who is hugging reverend. Now that is it. The Pentecost who is the reverend is the pastor is on their arms with, like, they're holding, like how your birthday is, like a birthday.
Also.
Those things are different. The time we are going to have on our specific church, maybe sometimes when you get married as a lady, you switch to your husband's church. Or either way, you can keep going there. But your understanding of meeting this reverend and you bend.
Wow, yeah.
You bow. Or you meet them and do. It's going to shock me for a while. Like,
exactly, I'm shocked.
How do you do that? You see?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Your side. Oh, then this one is like, why would you do? He's human. We continue and go. That is how we are taking the spiritual bit of life. We are both shocked. But one thing that I want anyone who is looking for a partner, your spiritual health is supposed to be, how are they in Christ? What relationship they have with God? There's someone who says, I don't go to church, but I pray. Either I got bad experience with churches and things like that, and they pray, they fear God, they read the Bible, they do this. And then there's one, Sunday is for what? for church. Whether you are from abusing, whether you're from doing anything.
That's where I come from.
So,
my mom closes the house at 7 and it must be empty.
And you what?
We have to go to church.
Why you're going to go to church? That's where you start going outside to play around, or you're either on your phone right now, or you're in church and you're going on your phone. And then there is another person who knows, when I get to church, it's my time to connect with God. What is God saying about my life? What is it that I'm supposed to change about myself? Am I going to church for people to see me well dressed? Or am I actually going to fellowship with people? Is there any word that I've picked that is going to change my life? That person, you meet them, they're different from the people who just go to church because it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
That is a person who leaves church and they go to a bar and drink croissant and get home and head home.
No, those are very many. Haven't you put a lot of people in the same bracket?
No.
Of course now.
But if you fit in that bracket, please.
They fit in it. They fit in the bracket.
If you know that you fit in that bracket, please get to understand that you're in it. And then the person you're with, differently, you need to know them.
In the morning, they go to church. In the evening, they go for brunch.
So there's even someone who you're beating them. A husband and a wife, you're from fighting, and then you have to hold your hands to church. Or simple, someone who meets a person who is asking for something on the doorstep. Of course, now there are a lot of things that are happening. People are just beggars. They are using that as a job. They're doing it as a job. But maybe your neighbor who slept on an empty stomach.
Those people won't beg. My mom told me, if anyone has a head, 2 hands and 2 feet, they're not supposed to. If they have the head, 2 hands and 2 feet, they're not supposed to beg.
But there's when you see someone is really needy, maybe just your neighbor that you're seeing properly, they have been working, they lost their job, and you're throwing that food in the morning, or you're bypassing having your car 20K, and you just want to put it as offertory, and you're not helping your neighbor.
You know, life has taught us that, you see, when we have overhelped, and you see, even someone you took a bullet for will complain that their shirt was stained by the blood. You get? So over time, people have gotten tired.
Over time, people have found the way, I don't know if that is written in the Bible, but yeah, it is. When you give with your right hand, never allow your left hand to see. Yeah. So what we are doing is we are helping for the people to help us again. If I come to this podcast, because I have a podcast, I want you to come to. Like, I'm coming in so that I'm waiting on you. One day I'm going to call on you. You come to. If I said no, if you said no, then it's like, so we are helping. That's why helping is becoming tiresome. We are helping to drain ourselves, to give in for us to be refilled. But any person who gives freely, one, they are not draining themselves. If I have 20K and you ask me, I tell you I don't have money because it's what I have plans for it. And I'm telling you, I don't have it. Or you have seen it maybe in my bag, but it has other plans. Simple. I am unable to help. But I'm giving you somehow this car 20K and I'm draining myself. Hoping that you do what? You will help me one day.
Help return, yeah.
Yes. So that is where helping gets tiring. I am helping you that one day you help me.
But me, I want to be on the Love Hub. Me, I want to be on the Love
Hub. When I host him, don't say that.
I'll see with someone else. I want to be there.
I'll be glad to host you. I'll be glad to host you there. But that is what is happening really. That we are, it's becoming tiring because we are expecting the other person to do good for us. That's why we keep track omuntu ayamba tajjukira na kujjukira.
Now those people are rare.
They're very rare.
Very rare. Especially in this day and age.
Thank you. And we don't know when, because most of the times when you hear your parent is saying, Karono namuyamba, byonna, this is how they have paid me. So the moment you open up and speak about it, that means you are helping out of the other person to help you too.
But even in life, I still say how life has now brought us, has structured the whole thing about humanity. Like I said, those people are rare, and it is easy to find someone who will help you. Definitely, they think, if I scratch your back, you have to scratch mine.
And that's what
you have to scratch mine. I cannot scratch your back thrice and you've not scratched mine. That is now, what is that?
And that means you're doing it when you're I don't know if you understand me when I say you're killing yourself to help the other person. You're losing yourself. You're scratching their back thrice. Why are you counting thrice?
I'm trying to just add it, put a number to it. All I'm trying to say is, you come to me, John. You say, "Oh, Raymond, I want you to help me go here," and then they say, "Oh, well, let me go." I go. I'm not doing it because I know also I'm going to send you tomorrow, but it's because I don't know what tomorrow holds. But I'm sure tomorrow I will need someone. It may not necessarily even be financial, but even if it's financial, if I have 100K today and you say help me with 30 and I have it, I give it to you. Not because tomorrow I'm going to need money. I'm giving it to you because tomorrow I may need someone to.
And why is it that you don't think of another person helping you, not him, exactly the one you gave the kasa?
No, because I have returned the favor. So I've created that rapport already. The relationship is that. No. You know how it is hard to lend someone you've never lent.
And that is where it is supposed to be like, pay it forward. Because do it for you so that one day God will have mercy on me and some other person will do it for me.
Because when I try to lend people money, I try to do that credit check. I call like people I know, like, hey, do you know Joanne properly? Have you ever lent her money? Does she pay?
Does she pay back?
I like try to find your credit history. Like, Joanne, don't give her. So not because I really want to help because I have what to do. I have what you want. But then I also want to be sure that you will scratch my back. Not because I'm not going to give it to anyone, but because we've been friends and it is only right I help you. Because I'm not going to be friends to everyone. That's why I'll always come back to you, because at least for you, you've been friends. Again. But now, as the episode was starting, I talked about how very many young people are getting married and then divorced at the same time. And that brings me to my next question. You see, young people have been inspired by power couples in life. You know, people be there and they're looking up to particular couples. They're like, oh, if I get married, I want my life to be like so-and-so's couple. But now, these power couples are now disappointing us. They're over breaking up. What do you think is causing break? And that is what I asked about the other time during the first segment, where I asked you, is it okay to open up in social media about what your partner is doing for you? Exactly. This is now where we're going to explain that. When most of these power couples, when they break up, they come back to social media and start telling us.
Hey, you have been seeing the relationship. Why do you have not to hear that?
But we are seeing the relationship, but we are not there when they are vibing you. We are not there.
But still, even in their relating, you were not there.
But now why are they telling us they are broken up? You know how many hearts they have broken of people that have been looking up to them?
Yeah.
So what's the missing part in that puzzle? Why are public figures over breaking up?
Now, one thing that I want us to understand is because we are seeing them.
All because, okay, sorry to it's a minutes, but me, I was thinking is because of the aspect of power. Because in most cases, not both of them are in the public eye. It's always one in the public eye. It's either the man or the woman, but not both. It's very rare for both of them to be there. So for those ones, I'd be thinking maybe it's the overwhelming power, and one of them thinks the other person is more exposed to the opposite sex, and maybe things are not all it's something. You help me understand.
marriage doesn't have that. One who is powerful, it's a partnership that both of you are bringing the same amount. Only that the same amount might be different. That there is maybe just a scenario where one is having money and another one doesn't have. So one thing is the other person is going to bring 50% of the money, and then the other one does 50% of the donkey work. You get what I mean? That is partnership. You bring diligently the 50% because you have what you have. So in marriage, you bring what you have, 50%. And the other person brings 50 because it is partnership. And that is making it 100 that you're pouring in your relationship or marriage, 50-50. Then the 50% is for how you're going to work on yourself. The other person is working on themselves towards the correcting of the 50%. Is it waking up in the morning and you do something for this 50% to continue working? Is it you doing other works that you need to do, protecting the other person's image, speaking good even where they are not? That is the 50% that you're working on to this partnership that we have. Yeah. So now it doesn't have to be one in public eye, another one not in public eye. That makes us know that we are different. Right now, my husband cannot come on and speak a lot. He's an introvert. He has to first get comfortable with you. He has to first know you well, and then he'll open up. Then for some minutes, you're like, keep quiet, because he has got open to you. He's going to speak to you so well, and you're like, calm down. And so me, I'm an extrovert. We're going to meet. We're going to vibe like as if we've been together for the rest of our lives. You get? Just like great. So we are different. That should make us know that people are different. The only thing that brings us together is the 50% we are carrying, and then the 50% that we're having to work on ourselves to pour into this. So now the people in the public eye is one. We only see them. There are so many other people who are breaking up, but we don't know them. And then it should be an example for us, and to understand that actually marriages need work, need effort to allow it to work. If where you're putting effort is where you're going to gain. You can't tell me you're putting 30% in a relationship and you want 60. You're definitely going to get 30%. That's it.
Yeah.
So now, these people, when they're in public eye, the reason why they have to come out again is because already you have been in their lives. They don't have any other way to let the people know. And there is always this urge to correct yourself, to want to make people understand, which is the wrongest bit of life. If you've been doing things right, you think to yourself and say, you know what? The other person did make a loss, not me. I don't need to explain to
anyone. Yeah.
And most of the times, people who come out to speak, when you sit down, they are the ones who were doing wrong. Most of the percentage. They are the ones.
Yeah,
they want to defend what they were doing that they thought is right.
There's a recent scenario I'm following. There's a recent relationship I'm following. And someone who is over-explaining is the one who we believe is the one who messed up things.
Yeah. My mom told me, if you find yourself, you have to explain, to help them understand that you were not wrong. That means you were wrong. You're trying to make sure you bias them so that they don't get to the other part where you were wrong. Yeah. I've met a couple that they needed help. The guy is the one who came to me and told me, you know what? My wife is behaving in a funny way. I want you teach her. I want you to teach her. Then I told the guy, we have to meet, both of us. I meet with them and I ask the woman, what is it that you're doing that is unhealthy for you, for both of you? And she's like, you ask him. So I asked the guy. He's like, no. I told you, I want you to teach her. But it's coming from the guy. So both of you need to want to work on your relationship, that you get the best out of it.
All right. It's been such an important session. Very informative for that matter. And we can not help but have you back some other time.
Anytime. I'll be glad to.
So, as parting shots as we come to the end of the episode, what are the takeaways for you to the young girl and man out there that are willing to start their relationship or maintain their relationship into the new year? What is the advice you're giving them?
First, get to understand who you are. This being self-aware will help you to know how to communicate, when to communicate, and how you do it, and then with respect. You get to communicate well, respectfully, and then you are a person who knows how to communicate is able to wait, to be humble, to understand that, you know what, I can wait on you to tell me your side. It's not a must that my side is correct. Let me wait on yours to hear from you, and they strike a balance. A person who is emotionally mature will hear some people's mistakes and learn. And a person who is emotionally weak or immature will hear people's mistakes and laugh. You don't learn from them. If someone has dated someone for 7 years, they have wedded for 2 years and they can't keep a relationship, you understanding that it's not actually the dating long that will keep the marriage. But you understanding the people that you are dating with. And dating many people didn't make any sense.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much. And to our lovely viewers, thank you for keeping it locked, Kampala Conversations. Till next time, bye. Merry Christmas, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Merry Christmas.